The following segment is sponsored by Intermountain Moms.
And we've got Nurse Danny back co-hosting with me today. So tell me now, after you did it, what, about a month ago?
Yeah, a month ago.
How has your life changed?
Oh, people are coming up to me all the time and like I'm a celebrity. It blew up overnight.
Really? Now let me ask you this, because every time you've been walking around the building, everyone's like, you look like Nurse Danny, but you're not wearing scrubs.
Yeah, I probably look a little familiar, but they can't quite place me because
it's like
I don't have my
seeing
scrubs
Superman
on.
without his cape or Batman without his wings.
That's exactly right. That gives me my superhero power. I feel like I'm a little bit without it today.
All right, so now every time you stop by, we're talking about pregnancy, and we're going to talk about that in just a second. But let's talk about what Nurse Danny does when she's away from the hospital. What kind of things are you into?
Well, my family, first and foremost. I have 2 kids. I have a daughter and a son.
Do you feel like you just have to say that because you're on TV?
No, I honestly, like, they take up all of my time happily. I mean, okay, so my daughter the other day, she was like, Mom, is being a mom fun? And I was like,
ooh, that's a tricky question.
I had to stop and think about it because I'm like, okay, fun is not the word I would use, but rewarding. And anything that's rewarding is hard.
Yeah.
And I do all these things for you because I love you.
Yeah, I mean, certain times are fun, certain times are not. And, you know, it's an all-encompassing thing that just makes being a mom probably one of the toughest and greatest jobs in the world.
That's exactly right. High reward, but high cost,
I love that, yeah.
Yeah. I really like camping, the outdoors. We bought a trailer last year and we want to take it out like every weekend. I don't mind tenting it so much, but my husband does.
Oh, he really?
It's a lot of work, right? He has got to put up the tent, take it down, I help him. But, you know, the trailer's going to make it easy to go out a lot.
Okay, so now you've done the political answers. You've talked about how much you love your family.
But it's all true.
What is your guilty pleasure? Like, if you found yourself with an extra half hour in one day that you could just kill it and do whatever you want, what would you do?
I would probably go get myself a People magazine, a Diet Coke, and a big old cookie.
And just sit down and
like have my space where no one can touch or talk to me.
Okay.
You know?
So then that leads me to another question. Do you have a celebrity crush?
Oh, I just saw Josh Duhamel on Rachel Ray the other day, and I had to watch that segment because he's pretty cute.
Josh Duhamel from Transformers?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's married to Fergie?
Yeah, I would know that, right?
Yeah.
You know, but here's the funny thing, my husband looks like him, so I think I have a type, you know?
Do you?
So I think that's why.
And let me ask you this, is it his personality or is it his looks?
I don't know what his personality is like at all. I mean, he's hot.
Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah.
I like
What
that.
about you?
I don't know if I have a type, and I don't know if I have, you know, I mean, I like funny girls. And so, I mean, I think Sarah Silverman, I think she's very funny. I think Jennifer Lawrence is pretty funny.
She is.
Yeah.
Have you seen all of her, like, tripping videos? Those are funny, too.
I'll have to go check those out.
Oh, yeah.
You know, but I guess my guilty pleasure is golf. I mean, if I get some free time, I just love to do some golf. You know.
Like by yourself or with other people?
Oh, I don't care.
Yeah.
You know, I'd like to do it free.
Yeah, right. That's kind of an expensive hobby, right?
That's my favorite kind of golf.
Yeah.
So if I got to go with somebody else and let them pay, I'm cool with that. All right. So now let's talk about the topic that you're here for, and it's talking about obesity and pregnancy.
Yes. You know, this is kind of a topic that no one wants to talk about, and because of that, I think the problem is getting worse.
Now, I know that obesity is an epidemic right now in America, and I'm sure that's going to translate over into pregnancy, and I think a lot of times people hide behind the fact that goes, I'm eating for 2, right?
People do that all the time. And, you know, in the 1980s, 7% of women weighed over 200 pounds at their first appointment, but 2014, 34% of women were obese at their first appointment, and that's you qualify if you have a BMI or body mass index of 30 or higher. So it went from being less than 1 in 10 to 1 in 3. And the reason why it's such a big deal is because there's so many complications associated with obesity and pregnancy. Like, you name it, it increases your chances for just about everything from infertility, miscarriage, stillbirth, gestational diabetes, preeclampsia, birth defects, increases your chances for C-section. It also gives that baby that you're carrying a higher chance of having childhood obesity and for them to be obese in adulthood.
All right, if people got any more questions for Nurse Danny, where do they go?
Facebook.com/Intermountain Moms. That's where I got my first celebrity gig.
All right. Well, we're glad you're here for us.
Thanks for having me today.